Introducing Shambay, an online retail site created by several students at Surrey University, built with the purpose of allowing users to both buy and sell a number of different goods via the internet. This video will outline Shambay's business model, the value of IT within the company, managerial and technical issues, the ER diagram, the SQL query, and a digital dashboard implemented by Shambay. So, let us first begin with the business model of the company and how it operates. As previously explained, Shambay is an online retailer built around a business-to-customer model. The purpose of the website is to allow potential users to both buy and sell a number of second-hand goods. Our value proposition is that we are helping customers get rid of unwanted yet valuable goods in return for cash or credit, before then selling these goods onto other potential customers who do not have the disposable income to buy the goods brand new at a much higher price. Before going on resale, the company ensures that these goods are of reasonable quality to avoid the unethical selling of inferior goods. Customer relations is of high priority to Shambay, as the company has a relationship highly based on trust. Users selling goods will expect the business to fairly inspect these goods to ensure a reasonable value transaction, whereas users buying goods from Shambay will want to ensure that the goods they have bought are of reasonable quality and they haven't unknowingly bought inferior goods. In terms of customer segmentation, Shambay appeals to a rather niche market due to the fact that not all customers will desire second-hand goods due to the perceived opinion that they are of poor quality, and also due to the fact that not all customers implement the use of online retail. To ensure effective operations, Shambay will acquire a number of different key resources. These will include client servers, warehousing for storing stock monitoring hardware, and employees to carry out different operations such as inspection of goods, customer service, finance, and marketing. In terms of channels, Shambay aims to carry out most of its marketing operations via social media websites such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, due to the benefit that they are cost effective. In terms of cost structure, the main cost of the company will be the maintenance of servers and the warehouses used to hold stock. Thankfully, both these costs are fixed costs, which is beneficial in forecasting. Shambay will obtain its revenue stream by generating income through the selling of products higher than the costs purchased from suppliers. Shambay will also operate on a fixed price menu, which relates to our high-tech evaluation of products. Now that we've explained the business model, let's discuss the strategic value of IT within the company. There are a number of areas evidencing the value of IT within the company, and the first one being competitive advantage. IT awards Shambay with this advantage over other competitors, as it allows the company to reach a mass market for a smaller cost than it would be to open a number of stores across the country. This will also allow Shambay to sell our products at affordable prices to our customers. Furthermore, IT allows Shambay to offer personalised services to all our customers by implementing cookies. These cookies can see what customers are looking at our website, and from this we can tailor to their experience by showing products of potential interest to these customers that are based on their previous views. Another value of IT is how it's fundamental to business. IT creates consistency in the ways that Shambay will carry out its operations, an example being using the same basis for payroll, standardising invoices by implementing batch processing. IT is also functional for how Shambay will get in contact with its customers and suppliers, and on Shambay's website there will be an extranet whereby people who are wanting to sell their old goods to us can see the progress of the evaluation of their goods. As well as this, customers of Shambay will have a specialised part of our website whereby they can update their details and preferences, which is essential for Shambay to be able to tailor the customer experience on our website. IT nowadays is functional to help managers make strategic decisions, which is illustrated by the relationship between TPS and MIS. IT is also necessary for survival, as without it, Shambay will cease to exist. Undertaking a cost-benefit analysis of opening a shop that operates in the same way as Shambay, it proving that costs would outweigh the benefits, due to the fact that a single shop would only reach a small local market, and due to the restricted working hours of 9 to 5, whereas online businesses can operate 24/7. IT also serves as a platform for change. Due to Shambay having a mainly online presence, the company can potentially expand overseas without incurring high costs. thanks in part to the use of cloud computing, which can easily grow within the company. IT can also aid Shambay's product catalogue. IT serves as a platform for innovation, as it can be tested more efficiently and less riskily than actual live objects. This means that we can try out new ways of doing things, for example, ways of evaluating products without causing too much chaos or having too much of a high expenditure. By Shambay judging the success of the website, it can look at creating a mobile website and potentially a mobile app which will offer a smoother experience for customers. However, alongside the strategic value, we must also analyse the managerial and technical issues that are facing the company. Biggest managerial issue facing the company is cost. Due to Shambay being a startup business, it will have a limited amount of capital to invest in computer hardware and software. The cost of purchasing software can be considered a one-off cost, as this software has updates by the provider that tend to occur automatically via the cloud, thus saving money on human capital. Shambay could also consider using software as a service, which means the company won't even have to install any software and can make use of most of the applications that are available online, such as Microsoft Office. Another issue is build versus buy. Shambay needs technology that can monitor stock, and in order to do this, they can either purchase hardware and software or create their own software that's tailored specifically to its needs. Whilst Barcode Technologies is a potential company that Shambay could team up with, as they offer various inventory management systems that will ensure that Shambay always knows what stock is in the warehouse. In terms of equal opportunities, a managerial issue that Shambay needs to take into account is the needs of its staff. There are various employment laws in place regarding equal opportunities, such as employment of staff with disabilities, and therefore managers will need to consider the usability of the technology by disabled staff. Nowadays, bots account for 56% of all website traffic, and shockingly 29% of these are bad bots, which include impersonators and scammers. This can cause both a technological and managerial issue, as the company could potentially lose private information, and denial of service attacks could impact the website's performance. ERP encourages the integration of all business areas, and this encourages consistency throughout Shambay and saves data from being entered multiple times. A managerial issue is ensuring that human errors are kept to a minimum. Shambay managers will encourage proofreading over documents to keep this to a minimum, and from a technological perspective, ERP may be considered too advanced for a small startup business. The final issue focuses on globalization. If in the near future we decide to expand Shambay overseas, we must also standardize our hardware across all offices in the world. It is likely that we will have our offices in countries that offer cheap labor, and it is likely that these countries will not be as technologically advanced. They may only offshore certain aspects of the business so that the main high-tech components can be dealt with in more advanced countries. Now, we will go through the entity relationship diagram for Shambay. An entity relationship diagram is crucial to creating a good database design. It is used as a high-level logical data model, which is useful in developing a conceptual design for Shambay's database. An entity is a real-world item or concept that exists on its own and are equivalent to database tables in a relationship database. For example, customer table, with each row of the table representing an instance of that entity, such as first name and last name. The information stored represents a number of the business's key performance indicators and demonstrates how these performance figures change over time. With the ER diagram explained, we will now go through an SQL query that is implemented by the company. We have made 3 essential SQL queries that our company could use to extract important information that will be vital to future decision making and provide an excellent overview of the business. Our first SQL query focuses on the financial aspect of our business to highlight our most loyal and high-spending customers. An example of this information has been shown by the example tables next to the SQL code. As results show, Steve Wilson has spent the most with the company in December 2016. By extracting this information, this allows organisational directors or managers to potentially increase focus on these customers by increased marketing or the use of gift vouchers to potentially increase loyalty and sales. The next SQL code provides a great overview of what sales each employee has managed and has been broken down into individual sales. Results show that Daniel Tram has significantly been overseeing more high-value transactions. On this occasion, the SQL query has asked to see much more data, such as the product category, quantity sold, value of the sale, carrier, and the customer name. The final SQL query highlights the importance of relationships between tables. The sales order table is the key table in this relationship. Without this table interjoined in the SQL query, it would not be able to successfully execute. As you can see, the sales order table interlinks the customer table, employer table, product and order table, and is almost like the heart and center of the query. There are nearly almost an unlimited amount of queries and criteria that our business would be able to use to extract and display information. As the business grows, it will become vital to make sure the servers are well maintained and updated, therefore providing the most up-to-date and accurate information for the business managers to base further decisions on. To finish off the video, we will discuss the digital dashboard that has been implemented to present data to the company. Shambay have designed a digital dashboard within Microsoft Excel with the purpose of taking data from multiple spreadsheets and translating it into functional information in the forms of tables, charts and graphs, whilst also providing the convenience of storing all this information within a single location. The information stored represents a number of the business's key performance indicators and demonstrates how these performance figures change over time. The dashboard has also been designed to enable the user to filter certain information thanks to the implementation of different sliders for each key performance indicator, in order to allow the user to carry out a more in-depth analysis on the performance of the company within a specific month, or analyse the figures of a specific group of data, such as a certain product, social media or expense. The dashboard has also implemented conditional formatting rules to allow specific figures to stand out amongst the other data and grasp the attention of the user. This includes data that shows a high level of performance, evidencing the company's successfulness, or urgent figures which require the company to act immediately to resolve a certain issue impacting the company's operations. Thank you for taking your time to watch this video, and we look forward to doing business with you in the near future.